Hey SnapFlash fam! Today we're spotlighting Botswana's booming healthcare sector and two incredible citizen-owned medical projects that are changing the game. This isn't just about hospitals. It's about economic transformation, innovation, and impact. Let's get into it. What happens when you mix bold medical vision with government-backed funding? You get homegrown healthcare giants like Kalafhi Medical Centre and the Renal Care Institute, two success stories proving that Botswana are building world-class services from the ground up. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you stay plugged in to the best of African innovation. Only here on SnapFlash. First up, Kalafhi Medical Centre, a fully citizen-owned day hospital based in Gaborone. Founded by a visionary couple, Kalafhi is redefining outpatient care with modern, accessible services. The big dream? Listing on the Botswana Stock Exchange by 2030 with plans for 2 new hospitals and regional expansion already underway.
As to what we've gone through to get here, it's really gonna take the whole day. But in terms of just the challenges that we faced, and before I just speak about the challenges, I want to just say, as much as there's a lot of challenges, there's also opportunities if you are really set on your goals and what you want to get at. Like I said, the most important thing is to start as wherever you are, be it with whatever you have. And if I can just tell you how we started with savings, and we started with just that one table, one stethoscope, one BP machine, nothing fancy. And along the way, we got assistance from other departments such as Leah, Stanbic, and CEDA as well, which are all things that are available to every Motswana. Like today, we're sitting in this boardroom at the Stanbic Accelerator Program. If you don't have a boardroom, if you don't have an office as a young Motswana, you can, explore all these things that are available to you. But one of the challenges that I think Mr. B, you can take over the challenges.
I think the biggest challenge was really that it was the first of its kind. So when you're doing something, you're doing it in a vacuum. It's finding the right people, like the right architect, to help you conceptualize it. One who understands, who's done hospitals before. In terms of sourcing equipment, we had to sometimes travel just to validate the equipment, meet with different clients of those suppliers to find out how good is this product and so forth. But the challenge is that it's basically more or less what every entrepreneur goes through. Like she explained, Tata, it's you have to see the opportunities and those challenges. Some of the delays gave us actually time to actually reflect even more on the product and perfect it to the way in which we wanted it to come out. So those were mostly the challenges that we experienced. I think from the CEDA side, they understood the concept. We never got a rejection from the very first application. We were very happy in terms of the coming on board and pushing for the product. We also had assistance from Leia in terms of preparing the business plans, in terms of accessing markets, in terms of helping us to benchmark abroad and meet with the other parties that could help us perfect the project.
Okay. Yeah. What is the importance of individuals or say Botswana coming together as a unit to come and seek for assistances such as that CEDA offers, as compared to them coming each individually?
I think it's important to realize that if you want to go, there's a saying, if you want to go far, go together. It's time in Botswana we start collaborating, partnering, and actually when we do that, we can actually create products that can actually work in the market, which you can sell to CEDA.
And
Now, last question.
just to add on to that,
Yeah.
I think I'm a general practitioner. You cannot know everything. So when you come together, you're also bringing together people that bring different skills, and it's very important to come together, bringing different skills in that sense. And you spoke about challenges. On that, I just want to say the challenges are endless. That's the honest truth. Like the challenges, you'll get challenges every single day, but you have to be resolute in your pursuit of what you want to do. And people need to see traction in terms of what you've committed as well. You can't just go to you can, but it helps if you've shown some level of commitment to say, I've put in my shoes in here, I've put in this, I've put in that, I've started, this thing is working. You understand? You have to show people that something works for them to believe in it. Because I can tell you now, you asked me about my age. When I started, I was what, 27, 8? And I remember I'd go to offices sometimes. So those are the kind of things that will be, kind of challenging. But you have to just be resolute, because sometimes Lorena youth are very playful and not very serious with what we're trying to do. So you have to show people your seriousness and how much you want it. And once they believe that, okay, this person is really showing that they're committed to this thing, then other people, like, it's going to be easy as you go along the way.
Then there's the Renal Care Institute, Botswana's leading private dialysis provider. Started in 2008 by the country's first nephrologist, it now operates branches in Molepolole and Kang, bringing critical kidney care to rural communities.
Ne go le thata dio tsa bo madi di radio thata, but go nna le ba ileng gore ba kgona gore ba go thuse how simolla, particularly if you've never run a business, you are bring a concept ke santse ke gakola dipotso tse ne ke di arabana kwa teng di botswa ke ba SEDA gore wa re go mo go ka bereka mo Botswana go bereka jang, wa re go ira madi jang, go a go duela mang, government ga isa a duelle batho mme ke dumela gore o tla simolla. There was a bit of a go dumela gore go tla bereka. It was the first business of its kind. Proof of concept had not been there, and it was fairly risky. Le ha ne ke bua my first ha ke tswa sekoleng ne ile gore ke tsa gore ke tla kopa ba private hospital. Gaborone private hospital at the time was the only private hospital gore ba ga iswa re ka dira this kind of treatment. And the response was simple. Dio tse di a tura Batswana ba se ba re kolota ga bana madi, ga re ka ba tsenyetsa dio tse dingwe gape tse di turang ba gore senya leina hela ba re rata madi. So ga re ka ke ra kgona go dira di-treatment tse di ntseng yalo mo Botswana. So it took a lot of faith on the part of government gore le ena a dumele gore ke treatment e tshwanetseng Batswana gore se ka re ba bolwa ke diphilo e be ba tlhokagala. Le bone ba neng ba fanda go dumela gore ke sengwe se se ka berekang a re lekeletse. Ke dumela gore ne ba thatama chance because ha ne le banka ne e tla re nya botlhokwa jwa go nna le ba ileng gore ba kgona go riska mo di-businessmen tse di simollang. There's a high risk of failure in first businesses. It's good to have those facilities mo ga rona. Ke ngwa tse ha ke bua le balekane ba ne ke trainer le bone gore bone go tsamayang, they couldn't get that kind of funding. Le ha ke ba ra ke nya me ka re go bereka go Botswana, he monna rena ga rena SEDA ga re kgone go ira ya ka wena o kgonne go dira. It took much longer, it took many years before they could actually start. But that was an important thing, to have both an enabling environment. They are government they are willing to help, and also have funding. Once you have the critical skills, one of the other skills in the at the time I was the first nephrologist wa Botswana. In Botswana there had been another nephrologist, Professor Sunga na mo Botswana, but you think le thata na le ka ga pala ba itlhoboga tsama ya ko South Africa go berekela teng. But thankfully times were a bit better. ne di letla gore re ka simolla di-treatment tsa teng le ba di-medical aid pele ne ba sa dumalane gore nya rena le tumalano le dipatara tse ko South Africa wa re o batla mo Botswana ka dio tseo ga re mbone re tla nna le tumalano le wena. That was some of the things that the challenges that you get how similar business mo Botswana batho ga ba dumele thata gongwe you are coming to waste our time wa ro le ka go dirang ke gopa le dituelo go tswa go bone ba bo medical aid ba kgona go nna ngwa gotlhe ba sa go duele ha o tla go ba botsa gore go tla yang yaanong ba re nyane re batla go bona gore o itsetsepetse mo businesseng ya gago yeah go tshwana le ha o simolla tiro o tlhoka madi thata more than you'll ever usually things are harder but so it was perseverance to get things going. I must add nako tse dingwe le gone go duela sekoloto go nna thata ha o adimile madi go and one of the good things ka CEDA ke gore there is a little bit of flexibility that allows gore o ka nna o negotiate gore nya ndio di bonyanyana a nka tla ka simolla go duela morago ga nakonyana e rileng ba sa re nya monna re dumalane gore wa go simolla ka nako ya boketekete re go charge di-interest ebile ga o sa duele kgwedi e tlang di tseo go gapa se security-nyana se le sa gago. Having that kind of flexibility for startup is very, very important.
The Citizen Entrepreneurial Development Agency, CEDA, hosted this media tour to show the power of citizen-led healthcare. Both Kalafhi and Renal Care received CEDA support. Proof that with the right backing, local businesses can thrive in industries often dominated by foreign investors. With Botswana aiming to move beyond diamond dependence, projects like these are central to its economic diversification strategy. CEDA says these health ventures are a template for what's possible when citizens take the lead in building essential services. Do you think citizen ownership is the key to unlocking Botswana's next economic boom? And should more funding go towards sectors like healthcare and tech? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you're inspired by Botswana's medical innovators, give this video a like and subscribe to SnapFlash for more stories that matter. Your support helps us shine a light on the changemakers building Africa's future. From Fairgrounds Mall to the heart of Malepolole, Kalafhi Medical Centre and the Renal Care Institute are more than healthcare providers. They're proof that citizen-owned innovation is alive and well in Botswana. And thanks to CEDA, the future of healthcare might just be Botswana-made. Catch you next time only on SnapFlash, where Africa's stories shine.